What up, YouTube? Today's video is going to be interesting. I ordered a pair of handmade sneakers that were specifically made for my feet. I've never done this before, so hang out with me for a few minutes and I'll show you the process. I'll show you all around the shoe, some shots on foot, and give you my brutally honest opinion at the end, so stick around for that. Okay, let's get started.
Honestly, I might
So I'm going to keep it real. This company called The Jacket Maker reached out to me online and asked me to review one of their products. They told me I could pick anything on their site to review. That's pretty dope. So I checked them out and researched the company. What I found is they're a fairly new brand that started in 2014 by a guy named Syed Obaid. I hope I pronounced that right. From what I know, they're based in the United Arab Emirates and in the United States. Syed said he started the company because he was sick of the overinflated markup that luxury brands charge for leather products. He also didn't like the crappy quality that comes from more affordable leather. He wanted something in between. Relatively affordable products without compromising on quality. I can respect that. I also learned that all their products only use leather that's a byproduct of the food industry, meaning they only use animals that have already been killed for their meat. For me, any animal dying is not ideal, but I appreciate that they're not slaughtering animals just for the skins. Anyway, being that this is a sneaker channel, I checked out their footwear. They all seem to be branded under their subsidiary, Eve Eternity. They sell a bunch of dress shoes that look pretty good, but I wanted to see what their sneakers were about. I've never had a custom handmade pair, plus the timing couldn't have been better because I have been looking for a preppy pair of, quote, formal sneakers. After scrolling through their site, I noticed these kicks called the Carter Run. They look pretty clean, so I ordered a pair in black. As I was ordering, I noticed a feature I haven't seen before. Not only do you have the option to order these in narrow, standard, or wide, but you can also key in your exact foot measurements for the perfect fit. I thought that was pretty cool, so I tried it out and placed my order. About 2 to 3 weeks later, I received my kicks. They came in a nice quality all-black box that has a few shipping labels on it, but overall the box is fine. When you open it up, you see a letter from the founder. Feel free to pause this video if you want to read it. After that, you have 2 silky black dust bags branded with the white Eve Eternity logo. Pulling them out, they were both exactly what I was expecting. Very simple, understated black lifestyle sneakers. Now, anyone who watches this channel knows I love my glow-in-the-dark, crazy color, light-up, weirdo shoes, but the problem is I can't always wear those, and sometimes I don't want to have a spectacle on my feet. In certain situations, I prefer to simply fly under the radar while still keeping it clean. Now, let's take a closer look at this shoe, but before I do, please drop a like and consider subscribing if you're feeling any of my content. I would appreciate it. So, on the uppers, you'll see all black premium leather with a semi-gloss finish. You have tan polycotton laces with a loose weave. They seem a bit delicate and wouldn't be great on a pair of basketball kicks, but they feel fancy and work pretty well for these lifestyle shoes. They come pre-laced with this parallel lace style, which I normally wouldn't do, but to me it works for this style of shoe, so I'll leave them how they are. Looking under the laces, you have a black tongue that's the same leather as the uppers. Going inside the shoe, the cushioned ankle collar is also black leather that feels slightly softer and thinner. I suppose it's for better comfort. Working your way further into the shoe, you'll find a fairly cushiony EVA insole covered in what I think is black leather. For anyone who's wondering, EVA stands for ethyl vinyl acetate, which is basically a soft rubbery foam. You will also see the Eve Eternity logo printed in white on the inner heel. Moving outside the shoe, you have a basic white midsole with a white hand stitching all the way around. If you look really close, you can see a few minor ripples at the top of the midsole, but it doesn't bother me, and I would assume it's a result of these being handmade. I also noticed that toward the midfoot area, you could see that the sole arches up a bit. I imagine this contours with the arch in my foot. You have an all-white outsole with traction you would find on most sneakers in this style. Working your way to the back, you'll see a plain black heel tab. Again, very simple and very understated, but in this situation, that's the look I'm going for. One thing I noticed is, aside from the insole, there is no branding on these shoes. Some may see that as a pro, and others may see it as a con, but it doesn't matter to me either way. I could be wrong, but I believe most people who would rock these probably don't want to show off brand names. Plus, if someone asks what they are, I could flex a little and tell them they were custom made, so I got that going for me too. As I mentioned, these were designed with my exact foot measurements, so let's throw them on feet and see how they fit. Okay, at first reaction, they fit pretty good, and they have the clean look I was going for. As far as comfort, you're not going to get that smush of Adidas Ultra Boost or Nike React, but you can't expect that with a classic profile like this. I will say, after wearing them for a few hours, they are pretty comfortable, and I don't think you would have a problem wearing these all day. As with most leather shoes, I'm always concerned about creasing in the toe box. I tried adding my trusty crease protectors, but because of the measurements, it made them too tight. Perhaps if I order another pair down the road, I'll go a little bigger to accommodate for that. Now, let's talk about the overall cost of these and look at some comparable shoes. These cost $275 US, and that gives you the option to choose between narrow, standard, or wide foot in full and half sizes. But if you want to step up to a fully bespoke fit, it will cost you an extra $50, and you could submit your measurements not only to half sizes, but to quarter sizes. That's pretty cool, but that option brings these to $325 US. We're creeping into the luxury space, and there are other options we'll take a look at. So what are the alternatives? You can buy off the rack and get a pair of Michael Kors that looks similar to these for around $150, or you can get a Cole Haan pair for around $60 to $75. On the other side of the spectrum, you can drop almost $800 for a basic pair of black Gucci's. Clearly, it's a wide range of choices with a wide range of pricing. In the end, it's all about what you're going for and how particular you are about your fit. $325 is a lot of money, but when you consider these were measured and handmade specifically for me, it's not completely out of the question. What do you think? Would you rather pay $800 for an ultra-luxury brand, $60 for a budget pair, or fall somewhere in the middle? Please tell me in the comments. I'd be interested to know. In conclusion, it was an interesting experience ordering these. I was skeptical, but I have to admit, they do fit good and they have the look I was going for. I normally don't like wearing dress shoes, so for me, these are a good compromise. These are a bit on the pricey side for most people, but if you're picky about your fit, or you like tailored pieces, or have trouble finding kicks that fit you properly, these might be what you've been looking for. One suggestion for Eviternity that I think people would love is the option to deboss or foil stamp their name somewhere on the shoe, like Handmade for David Smith. Something small and subtle on the tongue, ankle collar, or heel tab. I don't know. It's pretty easy to do, and I know people are suckers for that kind of thing. Plus, it would give them a vested interest in your shoes. Anyway, I appreciate Eviternity for letting me review their Carter Run sneakers. It was a fun experience, and I like the shoes. I look forward to rocking these, and I look forward to seeing what other styles they drop in the future. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check these out yourself. That's my video on the Jacket Makers Eviternity Carter Run lifestyle sneakers. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for updates on my latest videos. I have some cool stuff coming up. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at E21Life. I'm always posting random content there. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe, everyone. Peace.
Honestly, I might catch a flight tonight, just in time to pick you up and see the sunrise. Days with you are my getaway, peace of mind on a rainy day. You know how to show up right on time, never late. You're everything I want, don't play. You're everything I need, don't change the way you feel. And baby, I'ma keep